Good evening and welcome back to my channel. So, update on the Halata fighter and where we're going and how we're doing. So, what I did is I spent the last, I don't know, while doing sanding and putting and sanding and putting and sanding and putting. And what we have now is this result. What I found is the freeform air does form bubbles a little bit at in certain places where they are, and I've kind of gone back and covered them. So the sanding went well. It took a while to sand it down and grind it and sand it and shape it and sand it and shape it, and then now what I'm doing is using the final layers of putty to finally glass it down and get it smooth. And I think you can see here that this has similar texture to the rest of the plastic. Now you can see that a lot of the rivets are missing, are gone because they've been sanded off, and I did that on purpose. I believe as I look at this, I am going to go back and I'm going to scribe in panel lines, and then I'm going to go ahead and scribe in rivet lines. So that'll be another new and cool different thing for me to do, having never done rivet lines before. But I needed to get some primer on this so I could see the contours and see what I was missing, and it actually came out better than I thought. I mean, I'm losing some of the scrap panel lines here, but overall it ended up coming back better than I thought. So I got the general look that I was after better than I thought it would. So I'm somewhat happy with this. Obviously I still have more, probably 2 or 3 more layers of putting to do, but now I'm to the point where I'm looking to glass it. So let me grab this here. I don't know, glass is the right term, but smooth it down. So really what I'm looking at, I'm taking the fine sandpaper, and I mean, just about everybody here has done sanding and knows how it works, so you don't need to see me doing that. But this is taking away, this is getting just about all those contours done. And with doing this over the primer now, this is getting me the finish I want. Doing it straight to the plastic didn't have quite the finish I was after. But doing this now over the primered model, the primer is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's giving me the finish that I'm looking for. And then all I need to now do is finish feathering these edges, cleaning things up, primer it down again, give it another couple of sandings, a couple of waves of sanding there. I think you can see that right there. That's a little raw. I'm going to have to go back and redo that piece right there. There was a big divot right here that this is going to need a little more rough sanding to clean up. But this right here, you can barely see it, is nice and smooth. And this is going to flow in well. So overall, I'm content. I'm actually fairly content with where this is going. Clean up this edge here. It's about time now, once I get this stuff cleaned up, it's about time to drop these in here. Once I get it there, drop these 2 bad boys in, 1 on each side, mate them up, and then do that cleanup down here and here. So that cleanup needs to go, but that's giving me the rough, pretty much it. That's the look we're going to have here. So these, we're about to the point where we're ready to put these on. I will be ready to put the upper stabilizer on, and then finish all of the fusing of the look. Now, I've said before that this turned into a double build. So I did end up dinking around with the Mark II. And I'm only pointing this out because I want to point out something about how I do cockpits. So these here are not PE cockpits. Or not PE. It's paper. I just cut a little piece of this, and I cut a piece of this, and I actually had a couple of PE buckles and things, so I did use those for the metallic parts. I detailed here and here too, because that's something that was in there. That was a matter of 5 minutes with a pin vise and some wire, but that adds a ton to the open cockpit. And this isn't even the PE cockpit. This is just a quick and dirty slap job just to get my size. So the overall dimensions work out to be what I'm looking for. So I was happy about that. Anyway, enough about that. So here we are now at the finalized sanding and putting stages. And I know I'm still thinking about this. But there we are. We're actually starting to make some progress. Thing it's starting to look like an actual plane rather than just a collection of mushed parts. So again, I hope this is inspiring you and you're enjoying this little journey as I work on this kit. This is really exciting for me. It's been a while since I've pushed my skills to this point, to kit bash. I've kit bashed things left and right, but I've never actually tried to make them look nice. So I hope you're enjoying this, and I will bring an update a little bit later. Thank you.